Chairman. Welcome, gentlemen. Mr. Korb, we met recently, and you made pretty clear to me that you would not tolerate the use of the IRS as a tool for individual favoritism or punishment of individual taxpayers for political reasons. Can you confirm that for me now?
Yes, Senator Whitehouse. Let me tell you, I really enjoyed our meeting yesterday. We had a very frank and firm discussion. I appreciate some of the things you said to me about the role I'm stepping into. And as I mentioned, the IRS is a non-political operation, okay? Everybody's to be treated fairly, but firmly. And I commit that to you, okay?
We also talked about categorical benefits to particular big donors or big donor classes applied through policies of selective non-enforcement of tax rules. So we happen to like this industry, and therefore IRS is not going to enforce the law against that industry because they're our political friends. You also said that that would not be a proper function for the IRS and that you'd be watchful about that as well. Is that a fair summary of our conversation? What would you say to that question of categorical non-enforcement?
Yeah, I would say that that summarizes one of the items we discussed. As I mentioned to you, my reputation as being a by-the-book kind of guy, straight-laced, and
we like that.
That's what I was last time, and I will be again, as I assured you yesterday.
Something we did not discuss, but I was made aware of after our meeting, is that it seems that outside groups, political groups, advocacy groups, have been pursuing employee discipline within the IRS, getting IRS employees fired or suspended or otherwise punished because the outside group doesn't like the enforcement actions that have been taken by the individual employees. It seems to me that outside political pressure groups putting personnel pressure on the IRS to discipline employees who are lawfully performing their functions is fairly improper. Would you reflect on what your role would be if a situation like that came to your attention?
Senator, thank you for that question. And keep in mind, I'm not there at the IRS. So
I understand.
I have nothing to do with whatever's going on at the moment. Past is prologue. When I was chief counsel, almost 5 years, I was told at the end of my time not a single grievance had been filed against me by any employee in council. That had never happened before. That should tell you how I treat people, how I respect them. In terms of promotions, it was like the Cleveland Orchestra. Okay, I was their lawyer at one time.
Since my time is short, let me just jump in on you. I'm sorry to do
I understand,
that, but I get you.
Okay.
This is a more specific situation where there's an IRS employee, the IRS employee is going about their duties. Their duties annoy the powerful interest whose taxes are being reviewed, and therefore advocacy group makes a move in the IRS to sanction the employee on a personnel basis for having had the temerity to go about doing their job. That outside political pressure into the internal personnel decisions of the IRS over the lawful performance of duties strikes me as being something that the IRS should defend against. Does it strike you the same way?
As I said, I am by the book, even-handed in terms of personnel matters. I will not be swayed by people who are not in the agency telling me what to do.
Perfect. The last thing I'll mention, and I want to salute the chairman on this because he was essential in getting the work done to pass the Corporate Transparency Act. You and I talked about the dangers of shell corporations and of foreign and other nefarious interests hiding in American shell corporations, the extent to which that creates national security risk by empowering kleptocrats and international criminals and drug cartels and all of that is a little bit parallel to your line of work, but it's also a very significant avenue for tax fraud. And so I don't have an ask for you here other than to pay careful attention to the risks that shell corporations present if the government has no way of looking to see what criminal enterprise or what foreign kleptocrat or what crooked oligarch is using our American corporate protections to accomplish anti-American and illegal actions.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman.
Senator Warren.